Hi, it's Claire of ClairePHayes.com and the video Clearing This Emotion. Clearing stagnant, unnecessary, clinging emotion is at the core of emotional freedom techniques, EFT. We are not trying to tap away emotion, we're trying to tap away emotion that is no longer necessary. Now, when you feel an emotion in the present, and we can really put them into three main categories: anger, negative emotion, anger, sadness and fear, there will be a really good reason, and it is not necessarily appropriate to tap in that situation. For example, sometimes anger that comes up it really, there's a purpose there. It's righteous anger. That thing is wrong and you feel angry. When you want to be tapping for that anger is when it becomes bitterness and you're holding on to it and it's kind of yucky. Sadness, totally, you're not going to be wanting to tap away sadness when it's grief or just a sadness, a pure sadness at the state of the world, something like that. Again, it's the sadness that's clinging, the sadness that has become a misery, an excuse not to be getting on, a feeling sorry for yourself. With fear, fear is there for a reason. If you're being attacked, run away. Do not stop to tap. The fear we're wanting to be tapping on is the fear that's become a pattern in the body, that's become anxiety, that's become stress. Excuse me. So use your common sense. Now, there are times when the emotion comes up in the moment that you do want to tap it away. In particular, I would say fear, when it's coming up as anxiety. Very, very useful thing just to tap. Even though I recognize this fear, even though I have this fear, even though I have this anxiety, measure yourself on the SUDS level, on a scale of 0 to 10, tap it down. This video is more about being in the moment and not being sure what you're feeling. You don't know what you're feeling, you just know you're feeling off. My friend Jade Barbie says cruddy. I love that word, cruddy. You're feeling yucky is more my sort of word. You're just not right. Possibly there's some thoughts going around in your head. It shouldn't be like this. I don't like that happened. I wish I didn't have to do this. Or a sort of, I don't quite know, I'm just dull. And there's nothing really clear going on. Now, you can be sure there is some emotion there. One of those three: anger, sadness, fear, some aspect of that. And that's what you want to be getting to. And the way to get there is simple. Tap along with me. Even though I don't know what I'm feeling, I know I'm not feeling right. I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't even want to tap. I love and accept myself. Even though I don't know what I'm feeling, I know something's going on because I'm off. And that's okay. Even though I don't know what the emotion is, I'm willing to find out. Now, you could also, if you don't know what the emotion is and you want to find out, just start with tapping the thoughts that are going through in your head. Even though this shouldn't have happened. Even though I wish he hadn't said that. Even though I wish she'd called. Even though I don't want to do this. Even though I'm noticing that I just ate too much. You're just telling the truth of what's happening now. That is at the core of using your EFT tapping in everyday life. Start with there, and as you tap, this annoyance, I wish I knew what was going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm just feeling yucky. Start doing a kind of stream of consciousness through the points, and I can't guarantee, but I would expect that by halfway through the points, or even as you're tapping on the karate chop point, the emotion will bubble up from the subconscious. and you recognize it, you know what? Actually, I'm sad. I really needed a hug. I didn't get one, and I'm turning it into a kind of blaming pattern. And underneath that, I'm sad. When you get to the emotion, just measure the level of the emotion. Emotional freedom techniques. Even though I have this sadness, I wish I'd got a hug. I really wanted a hug. I love and accept myself. Now, there's another way of getting to these underlying emotions, which is even simpler than all of that. You just start tapping. Just start tapping. Now, I'm tapping in sequence here, but you don't have to. You could, for example, just start. I usually tap here. This is one of my, just trying to avoid the microphone here. This is an area for the kidney 27 point here. This is an area that when I tap, brings stuff up. This one works for me as well. I've got clients for whom perhaps tapping here or here, this is a good one for me as well, or on your karate chop point. So feel free to experiment. You're not feeling quite right. There's something off, you can't quite identify it. If someone asked you just how are you feeling, it'd be like a 6 out of 10. You're not clear. Just start tapping. How am I feeling? That's a great question. What is the emotion? What is the emotion? Now, when I do spontaneous sighs like that, that's real. What is the emotion? Now, the answer I got then, it was excitement, which is kind of like the slightly mirror of joy. I'm a little bit on the excitable side of joy. I'm not feeling angry now. I'm not feeling sad. I'm not feeling anxious or fearful. I'm feeling really I'm feeling excited. And I didn't know that until I asked that question. How am I feeling? What's the emotion I'm feeling? I can't tell you how useful this is to do quick, on-the-spot tapping during your day. You maybe don't want to do a whole tapping round on something, you don't want to go into a past memory, but there's something stuck, you're not 100%, you want to move your energy. Now you can just tap anyway. That's one of the things you can do. You can just tap without even asking any questions, and that will shift your energy. But the thing that is underlying the imbalance, the cruddy feeling, the yuckiness, there will be a belief there, or some beliefs, some expectations, some blaming, some fear. There will be some emotions. Emotional freedom technique. Get down to the emotion, even though I'm actually feeling angry and hurt and upset. I love and accept myself. Even though I wish I'd got a hug, I feel sad. I love and accept myself. Even though I've got this old sadness and I'm feeling it again, I love and accept myself. So play with it. Do you see here, there, typically underneath anger is sadness. And even though I'm just using it as an example in the moment, it seemed natural just to follow. Feeling angry, it should have been like this. I want this, and actually I feel this. So trust yourself, trust your tapping. That's how you clear this emotion. And of course, if you do have one of the on top emotions, you can just be, that's very clear in your body. You're boiling with rage, you've got a sadness, but you're wanting it to be over. You're into that kind of self-indulgent stage of sadness, or that you really are afraid of something. By all means, just measure that level and go straight for it, even though I'm really angry. I love and accept myself, even though I'm unbelievably angry, and it will come down. I hope this is helpful. Do contact me if you've got any questions or comments, and I look forward to tapping with you next time. Thank you. Goodbye now.